Good morning, friends. I forgot to start the vlog as soon as I got up, but I was filming for another video, but I got up at around 6 o'clock, a little after 6. That's what time I typically get up every day. I am just sharing our day today. Well, I'm sharing what my day looks like, and that includes me getting the kids ready for school and everything, and my husband situated. I just got finished making their lunch because I didn't do it last night. It's such a time suck when you don't fix their lunch at night. But it is what it is. So now I'm gonna go upstairs and get the girls dressed. We are completely stopped at a light, but I just want to quickly come on here and tell you that we are leaving to take the girls, well, I'm leaving to take the girls to school at 7:07. They're all dressed and ready to go and ready to have an awesome day. So yeah, it's quite a ride, which is why we have to get up so early and leave so early. So but I will check back in when we get home. All right, so I'm finally home. And this is all the girls' stuff from their breakfast that they eat in the car. I literally got really chatty and I was standing outside for a whole hour talking to some of the parents. Like, there's this circle of moms that we talk like every day. And I love it because it's like community based and I love that. So I was just chatting with them for a whole hour, girl. And plus, if I didn't say this, the ride is it's like 30 minutes. It could be over 30 minutes some days. So right now I'm getting ready to bring my stuff in and start my day. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I have a lot of filming to do today, and I have a lot of questions to answer that I posted on Instagram. I have a lot of questions that I got on Instagram when I said that I was gonna be doing a Q&A today, so I will start answering those. All right, here's my breakfast: keto bagel, sausage, and an egg. And I will clean all this up later. And I took sausage out for dinner tonight. We're gonna have peppers and fajitas, or sausage. We're gonna have sausage and peppers in fajitas. So yeah, so that's thawing, and now I'm going to eat and get started on my work day. So while I eat, I'm gonna go ahead and upload my Aldi shop with me video that's gonna go live today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then while I'm eating, it'll upload. That was delicious. So while my video's uploading, I'm actually watching this video from Daryl Eves talking about the changes with YouTube and how they just got fined with $170 million from the FTC. So as a creator, I try to keep myself abreast with what is going on, you know, up to date with what is going on YouTube. And if you are a creator, I definitely suggest you do the same. The platform changes constantly. I mean, constantly. YouTube has hundreds of algorithms. Everybody always says the YouTube algorithm, like one, but it's actually tons and tons of algorithms. And I'm always trying to stay afloat with what's going on, especially someone like Daryl Eves, because he has like inside connections with YouTube employees that work on the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. So I was doing that for a couple minutes. I have to watch it on double speed because it is a 20-minute video and I don't have 20 minutes, girl, to just sit here and listen to it. Before I continue with my day though, I'm going to go upstairs and start a load of laundry, girl, because listen, that laundry can get out of control and I've been on top of it. Look at my kitchen, right? I've been keeping up with that too. It feels really good to keep a clean kitchen, like my island being so clear, you know? Okay, so I'm all dressed and ready to film today. I'm filming for my course that I'm getting ready to launch very, very soon. I'm gonna have like a soft beta launch tomorrow. So, not tomorrow. I'm gonna have a soft launch next week with a group of women, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. So before I start answering a few questions, I wanted to explain to you guys like really what my online business is, because a lot of you guys don't realize that I do. A lot of you guys don't realize that I am a full-time entrepreneur and I'm not just quote unquote a YouTuber. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of debate as to whether YouTubing is a real job or if it's a real thing. I consider it a real thing because I know how much work goes into it, especially if you're putting forth a lot of effort and you're filming a lot and you're producing videos and content and SEO and thumbnails, and just managing a channel is a lot of work. That's why a lot of major corporations and companies hire people to do that. and to run a social media, to just run all of their social media, because it is a lot of work. That's why they have social media managers. And when you are a YouTuber, you are essentially a social media manager for your own brand. So that is a part of my business. But another part of my business is, and this is a huge part of it, the courses and services that I provide to a lot of you guys. So I provide courses in financial management, budgeting, how to get out of debt, investing, and then I also provide courses about YouTube, how to grow your channel, how to create a channel, all that kind of stuff. I'm actually currently working on a free course that teaches people how to just get started out of the blocks. Something that I wish that I had, you know, 4.5 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel. That's actually what I'm working on right now, what I'm filming for today. So that's just a little synopsis of what my business entails. And what keeps me running. I do have a blog that I don't update, but I want to start very soon to update. But I do also manage my website and my email list and all of those things that go on the back end that I never really talk about here on YouTube, or show that part here on YouTube. But that is a large part of my business as well. So my day is I'm finally feeling like I'm getting into a groove now that I work for myself full time. I had to really give myself structure because I felt like I wasn't being as productive when I don't have that structure that I need in place. I do use block scheduling on days like when I'm filming, or on days where I can't just focus all on YouTube, because I do have days where it's just YouTube related. Like I'm in there planning for videos, I'm working on SEO, finding keyword research and all that kind of stuff. I do have days where I do that, and when I do that, I don't do block scheduling. But I find myself the most productive when I give myself deadlines and I have timelines and constraints on. Like this week, I have a really tight deadline because I'm working with a brand for a sponsored video. That's another thing, sponsored videos. That's a large part of YouTube, and that's something that I don't partake in quite a bit, if you haven't noticed. I mean, I can count on my hands how many times I've done a sponsored video. Now don't get me wrong, I get the offers. I get offers, multiple offers daily, but I just would prefer focusing on selling my own product to you if I'm gonna sell to you guys. And if I do a sponsored video, it has to be something that I know I would spend my own money on, you know, and it has to make sense for my brand and me and what makes sense. You know, I get offers nonstop. I turn down a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, girl. The money is good. There's a reason why so many YouTubers do a lot of sponsored videos, and that's not to throw shade on anybody who has a YouTube channel who does a lot of sponsored videos. Girl, do what you gotta do. But for me personally and my brand, that's not something that I built my business model around, which is relying on sponsored content. Unless you are a huge YouTuber, I'm talking millions and millions of subscribers where every single brand wants to work with you, then I feel like you can rely on sponsored content as a viable stream of income when it comes to creating an online business. But if you're not that size, then I feel like if you rely on sponsored content as a viable stream of income, then you have to go out and find, you know, videos to, you know, companies that will sponsor you. And I just feel like, I mean, for me personally, it just gets a little bit ingenuine, like the lines kind of get blurred there. And my integrity with you as my audience is the number one important thing to me when it comes to my online business. I will never sell out for a check ever. And I've turned down some big checks. I'm just saying. I've turned down some big checks because I feel like it just does not align with my message to you and me motivating you or inspiring you in any way. If I'm blessed to be some sort of motivation to you, or if you look to me for different advice, I'm never going to give advice that I wouldn't take myself. Okay, like for instance, I get emailed maybe every day about some sort of diet tea, a tummy tea, pills, vitamins, all that kind of stuff. I would never suggest a flat, like a tummy tea like that, because it's not something that I would take. Now, are they willing to pay me to try to review the product? Absolutely, but I'm not going to take that money just to tell you, oh, here, use this tea, and then you never hear me talk about it again. You know what I mean? So that's why the sponsored videos that I do are few and far in between, because it's very few companies that I'm willing to work with. A lot of them have to be big companies that you or I both heard of before, that you or I would spend our money before. For it to be a small company, it has to really knock my socks off in order for me to do a sponsored content at this point in my YouTube career. So anyway, that was a long rant. Okay, let me answer a few questions before I really start filming for the day. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing, girl? Follow me if you have an Instagram account. I know not everybody does, but if you do, girl, follow me. So let me scroll down. I know off the top of my head, several people asked if we were planned on having any children. I feel like this question gets asked every single time I do a Q&A, and I don't really do them often. I'm gonna be better at that in the future. But I get that question quite a bit. Do we wanna have any more children? Do we wanna adopt in the future? All that kind of stuff. Hold on, my lighting's getting a little on the dark side. Let me go ahead and add something here. I have those windows behind me, so. Okay, so do we want to have any more children? Right now, the answer is absolutely not. But I serve a God of a higher purpose, so I cannot say without a doubt 100% we don't want to have any children. We don't want to have any more children. But as of right now, the plan is for us not to have any more. Let's see. What are your thoughts on buying a home while still in debt? I believe everybody's journey is different. Okay. Home ownership, I feel like, is an important thing. Now, it just depends on your situation. So if you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of student loan debt, at this point, I actually made a video about this. You can tap this eye right here. It's almost impossible to buy a home, which is really sad that, because student loan debt is so out of control, it makes it really, really hard for families, especially younger families, to purchase a home or have or own a home of some sort. So it really depends on the situation. It depends on how close you are, and it depends on what your credit is like. If you need that time to repair your credit, a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't want to pay my credit card off because my credit score is going to drop, and it is going to fall. But at that point, you really won't need a credit score unless you are in the process of buying a home. So here's what I would suggest that you do. I still have a credit card. I mean, I love Dave Ramsey and all. I think the core principle of his message that he's trying to get across to people is important, but I don't agree with him on all things. I am a responsible credit card holder where I use my credit card every single month and I pay it off the full balance every single month. And because of that, it makes your credit score really, really good. So if you are trying to buy a home, I would suggest, if you have a credit card, to pay that off, but then buy little things that you know you could afford to pay it off with. Like you could buy your groceries, you could get your gas, but you have to have a healthy relationship with money before you can do that. And if you don't, you need to take the steps to heal that relationship first, because a lot of people just see plastic and feel like it doesn't mean cash, and in reality it does. So if you cannot control that, then I would suggest that you don't buy a home and you wait until you have that healthy relationship before you can buy a home, because you don't want to go into trying to buy a home that you can't afford, because they will try to sell you and try to get you to take a mortgage out of a home that you can't afford. So really work on that relationship. I talk about that in depth in my course, Over Budget to Overjoyed. You can find more information on that down below. Get yourself on a budget if you're not, a zero-based budget. That's what I suggest. That's what I still use to this day. I still use the same spreadsheet and I love it. My husband and I have been consumer debt-free for 5 years now, and we have 10 years left on our mortgage, and I'm looking forward to that time where we don't have a mortgage payment. So you can download my free zero-based budget in the description box, and you can learn more about my course, Over Budget to Overjoyed, where I teach you step by step how to get out of debt, how to make better financial decisions, and how to just get control of your money. Next question. Girl, I could talk about that all day though. So let me know, leave a comment if you want me to make maybe a debt-free Friday about owning a home, the process of buying a home, what steps I would take now. I can make a video if that's something that you guys are interested in. Let's see. What are your discipline techniques? I have a sassy 3-year-old on my hand. Well, girl, listen. The Bible says to spare a rod
on the children. Both of my kids are very different, and so my disciplining has to be very different for both of them. With Zara, I can just threaten her with a punishment and she will straighten up. But with Ava, she needs attention from me typically when she doesn't act right, and so that tells me that I need to give her that attention, and so that I give her the attention that she needs in that way. Now, am I against spanking? Absolutely not. Not at all. I think my kids are a little bit too old for timeout, but I noticed that they do like to be rewarded for good behavior, and so that's what my husband and I try to do, is we try to focus on the good behavior instead of the bad behavior. What is your favorite part about working for yourself? My favorite part is the freedom. I mean, the amount of time that I get to spend with my children is like, I never knew what it was, I never knew how much time I wasn't spending with them until I started working for myself. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved working when I did. I didn't like my last boss that I had. He made it a real nightmare for me, but I enjoyed my career for the most part. I really did. I enjoyed it. But the freedom that I have and the amount of time that I get to spend with my kids, it's so, it like gets me emotional. Like, I don't even want to start crying right now, because I get to see them before they go to school. I get to be here to do their homework with them, and we get to eat dinner early, and a healthy bedtime routine. We don't have to stay up late, because I felt like when I was working and I had to work late, I would sometimes let them stay up later because I wanted to be with them, you know? So that is the biggest part for me that I'm so grateful for, that I get to spend time with them, but I still get to fulfill myself and my purpose by working for myself. So that's what I love the most. Another question is, what was your degree in? My degree was in finance. I have a bachelor's degree in finance, and I worked as an accountant, a senior accountant for 10 years almost. And then for the last 5 years of my career, I was a senior business analyst. So I am a data junkie. I love data. I love numbers. Girl, give me numbers all day, and I am here for it. I love Excel. That's just my jam. So all right. So that's enough of questions. I'll answer some more later on in the video. But right now, girl, I got to get this filming done, this work done. I work until my kids come home, which is typically around 3:30, 3:45. We also have tennis tonight, so that means I have to make dinner early. But yeah, my kids go to school, and their school is quite a drive away, and I usually take them in the morning, and then my husband will pick them up in the afternoon. So yeah, my work day is from usually 9:30, 10 o'clock until 3:30. And so I try to really focus on the work. I noticed when I first started working for myself that I was getting really distracted with my phone. Like, I would start scrolling, looking at different YouTube videos, looking at Instagram, and I had to start limiting myself. And so now I put my phone on the charger away from me, because I won't have those like sometimes I'll have to wait for a video to upload or something to save or something like that, and I'll say, oh, let me just start scrolling on Instagram, and then all of a sudden it turns into 15 minutes, and so that wasn't working for me. So that's why I like to give myself those deadlines and target dates and stuff like that, because that helps me to keep moving. Otherwise, I'll just sit on it, girl. I will procrastinate. So anyway, let me go ahead and get started so that I can finish before my kids get home. Ooh, I just finished filming quite a bit of content for my course that's coming up. And I have all my pages and pages of outlines and stuff. My little light here, I use this light as a quick lighting. I have box lights too, but I use this light if I'm sitting at my desk, just for quick lighting that I need. But now I'm getting hungry. The girls should be home in about an hour, and so I'm gonna go upstairs and put the clothes that I wash in the dryer, and I'm gonna make myself a smoothie for lunch. My sausage should be done, but while I'm making the smoothie, let me go ahead and get my phone so I can answer a few more questions. Okay, I had to figure out where we left off. It says, are you still keto? Yes, I am still keto right now. Let's see. What's your next big decluttering project? My office, hands down my office. The toy room is still a project, but it's a functioning space now. I mean, my office has to be functioning because I'm working out of there, but it's still a hot, funky mess. At least the toy room is no longer a hot, funky mess. So my office is huge. The playroom is huge. The garage, our third garage. Girl, you guys have never seen it because it is. Woo! Let's just say that's a huge project. I have a lot of huge projects for my home, and I'm like so excited about it because, like I said, Dawn from a minimal mom, we are sisters. In my head, we're sisters and friends. We're besties. So let's see. How is your routine now that you're home? What's your work schedule like? I'm kind of sharing that in today's video. My routine is great now. It took me a good 5.5 months, almost 6 months to get it together. But now it's really good. I think that the summer kind of threw me off with my kids being home so much, even though they did go to quite a few camps, but they were still here with me primarily. And that was a big adjustment. And us getting used to them going, like they went to a new school and that trying to figure out what was best for that. Those routines were an adjustment, but now I'm finally getting into my stride and it feels so good. So my mornings typically start right at 6 o'clock in the morning, and from 6 to about 9:30, it's my kids, getting my kids together, ready for school, taking them to school, and me coming back home. Because as I said earlier, it's a bit of a drive to their school. And then I come home and I make myself breakfast, and my husband, if he's home, because my husband does work from home most of the time. If he's here, I make us breakfast and then I get to work. So I start working between 10 and 10:30 as far as my work day. And then my work day consists of filming, editing, answering emails, because I get a lot of emails every single day, answering emails, and then managing my business that's not on YouTube, which is my email list, my email marketing, my courses, my website, trying to redo my blog, all of that kind of stuff, creating courses, launching courses, all of that stuff. So that's what my workday typically consists of. And as far as time goes, I work from 10:30 until my kids get home at 3:30. So my day is pretty short as far as work hours that I have, because when they get home, I focus on them. We do homework together, we play together, we talk, I cook dinner, we eat dinner together as a family most times. Sometimes, you know, they're not hungry, they're hungry at different times, but we do dinner. Then we do our evening routine and get to bed. And then after they go to bed, I typically will work, depending on what kind of deadlines I have, I will work from about 8:30 to 10 sometimes at night, just to get those a few extra hours in, or 9:30. But like last night I stayed up until 10:30 and I'm kind of tired from that. I don't work every single night, but I do at least 3 to 4 times a week. And then, so that's Monday through Friday. And then Sundays I'm filming all day. I film Sunday setups all day, and I try, and a lot of times I am editing on Saturday. So every day I'm typically doing something for my business or YouTube, but I love it. And I would not change it or trade it for anything. But at this point in my life, I think it is great for me and my family. All right, let me make my smoothie because I'm hungry. Here's my smoothie. I have flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp hearts in there, and spinach and strawberries and organic unsweetened coconut milk. Yum. Here's my smoothie. Right now it's 3 o'clock. I have 30 minutes before the kids get home, so I want to clean this and do the dishes. My sausage is thawed. We have tennis today, so the kids will probably eat at my mom's, but I'm still gonna make this peppers and sausage for my husband and I. Just don't know what time we're gonna be able to eat. I don't know, we'll see. But I just want my kitchen clean in case I need to cook really quick. All right, dishes are washed and done. I love this little rack I got from, where did I get this? TJ Maxx, love it, to put over my sink. The sausage is thawed. Like I said, the dishes are done. So I'm going to put the stuff in the dryer, drink my smoothie, and try to edit a little bit more before the kids get home. How was your day, baby girl? Good? Awesome, give me kisses. You look beautiful, baby. Let's go through and see what your homework is. Take your shoes off, put your shoes up, okay? Hey, what's the matter?
one and I didn't pick another one.
Okay, it's okay, babe. I promise it's okay. We'll play music later, okay? Alright, I just went through their backpacks. Hubby is starting homework, and I'm going to clean their lunch boxes out. I like to do this right away so that, you know, everything's clean and ready when I'm ready to pack their lunch for the next day. Zara ate none of her apples. I wonder if they turn brown. I put pineapple juice on them, but I wonder if they turn brown by the time it was time for her to eat them, because I know she won't eat them if they're brown. Ava ate hardly any of her pepperoni, half of her apples, and none of her craisins. Well, it's fine. I just won't give her as much pepperoni tomorrow. Ava's eating her apples now, so I'm just gonna let her eat them. Homework. Still, we'll be up here for about 40 minutes. Ava's doing really well. Ooh, good job, Ava. Good work, baby. Okay, we're done with math. Now we're going in science. Now we're going over her science, her spelling words for the week. We are on our way to tennis. The girls decided they wanted to take a break from tennis. And they have been playing pretty much for a whole year straight. They only took like a month off. So it's really hot and they just want to take a break. But my husband and I still continue to go. Sorry, I'm eating an almond. So we're gonna drop them off at my mom's and we are going to then go to our lesson for an hour. I had to tie the hair up, girl, listen. We gotta preserve the wash and go. So, on winter tennis. Our tennis lesson got rained out, unfortunately. So, we left. As you can see, the roads are wet. Then my sister forced us to take her to Burger King, and that took literally 30 minutes for her to get an Impossible Whopper. So now we're back here to pick the girls up so they can get ready for bed. Alright, so we're home. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm gonna let the girls, they want to do like a little dance party. They like to dance to Beyonce's song, the homecoming song. We like to do the dance, so we're gonna do that for a little bit. What is it? Whoa! Oh, bunny hop, drop, pop, cute. Alright, so we're finished with our dance party. The girls are upstairs in the bath. And I'm not gonna make the fajitas, the sausage and peppers like I was going to, because it's kind of late now. I don't like eating this late. My husband said the same thing, because it's a little bit, it's like 7:20. So I will make them tomorrow and he'll just find something to eat. And honestly, I'll probably just eat a light snack, because I don't like to eat past 6 o'clock typically, because it just sits on my stomach. So I had some almonds earlier, and to be honest with you, I'm really not that hungry. I feel like this is turning into a keto vlog, but anyways, yeah, so I am going to get their lunch together for tomorrow morning, so I don't have to do it in the morning, because you know how that can go in the morning. And then at that point, they should be ready for bed. Okay, so while I'm making their lunch and the girls are in the bath, I will answer a few more questions. Do you, Charles, and the girls like the girls' new school? Yes, I like the girls' new school a lot. I've made some really great mom friends there. I like to be around moms who feel the same way that I do about education and just supplementing with your children. And a lot of the moms and I have a lot in common when it comes to that. So I really have been enjoying that. That's new to me, to be able to drop the girls off and like walk the girls into school and tell them to have a great day, and then stand in the parking lot and chat with the moms. Like, that is totally new to me. I was never able to do that when I was working outside of the home for all those years while they were in school. So that I really like. Yeah, I really like the school. It's a lot of homework, but I like that. I like what they're learning, I'll put it that way. And like I said, the socialization, the communication, all of that, I really, really do like it. Sorry guys, I'm having to use my phone because my memory card is all full, so I will empty it shortly after I put the kids down. This is Zara's lunch for tomorrow, and this is Ava's for tomorrow, so hopefully they'll eat it. But now it's time to get these girls in the bed. Zara is reading right now, but when she's done, I'm gonna read one of these 5-minute nighttime Bible stories. I got this from Costco years ago. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Every single memory card that I have right now is full because I'm filming so much for my up and coming course. Yeah, so I apologize that I have to just use my phone for the rest of this vlog, and I really didn't get to answer all of your questions, but I will do another Q&A very soon. But at this point it is 9 o'clock and I'll probably do one more hour of work. I'll probably just edit a little bit. I'm not going to film anymore for the course. I just have a little bit more to do, and I'll do that tomorrow. But at this point I'm going to limit myself and make myself go to bed at 10 o'clock because I will get so deliriously tired, and then it takes me a long time to kind of unwind from being in front of my computer screen for so long and late at night. So that's what I'm going to do, girl. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have any other questions about what my day looks like, what the structure looks like now, or you know, if you work from home, what does your structure look like? Or even if you work outside of the home, what does your structure look like? I'm just so interested in seeing how each individual person's day is. So I love that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you can tap my picture up above, and you can also check out my previous video right over here, and all of my social media platforms all listed down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.